Commandos are visiting absolutely fine. So exactly as James Gunn had promised, we finally have the kind of slate of all DCU movies ranked, and I really hope they have not cancelled a few of them and have got through with the amazing Justice League kind of future timeline. So start with the video.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time.
Always.
And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected
It's
to
happening.
film, television, gaming, and animation.
Film,
That the
television, he
characters
said.
are
So we can
consistent,
still
played
expect.
by the same actors, and
You
it
know what?
works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen
Okay.
Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside
Okay.
of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU,
True.
so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really
Okay.
love, that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC
Wow.
Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature
Okay.
Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC
No, no,
is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays
I mean,
them
yeah,
in
what
live
if it's
action.
good?
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of
Okay.
Amanda Waller, played by Viola
Oh,
Davis.
yes.
Viola Davis
Definitely
is
in
going to
for
team
this.
up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story
Ooh.
that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story
Nice
that's
one.
out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is a big one, the true beginning of the DCU.
Okay.
This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be
Is he
released into
self-obsessed a
theaters
little bit?
July 11th, 2025. Okay,
July
the next
11,
thing is a
25.
big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a
Of
story of a couple
course.
of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is
Nice.
really a terrestrial-based
They had to
TV
be
show,
back.
which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU.
Of course.
Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary
Amazing.
DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very
more like
different
X-Men?
look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called
Why am I
Paradise
comparing?
Lost.
This is
Paradise
definitely
Lost is
different.
the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost
Oh,
like
of course.
Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with
Did
all of
they
the
literally
inhabitants of
plug in
Paradise
Game of
Island.
Thrones?
The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is
Ooh.
the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get
What?
in line. And so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic
Please
film.
cast Melissa.
Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that
So
brings me
she's
to
not
Swamp
Melissa.
Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories.
Where is
Anyway,
Justice
those are
League?
the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly
Not
important to me.
really.
I knew that this was a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway,
Give us
thank you,
Arroverse.
everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start
is
to dive into
disappointing.
these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Alright, so that is it for the announcement. It is nothing like Marvel's announcement and nothing kind of looking forward apart from the Green Lantern one. And if I'm really hoping they could kind of club Arrowverse into this, because we have seen Ezra Miller going into Arrowverse and meeting Grant Gustin's Flash, but please make that happen. Those characters should deserve big screen. They are a part of a DCU. I'm just hoping that, but rest of the things I'm really not that interested for. But yeah, that is it for the quick reaction of the announcement. And of course, I will always be a Marvel fan more than a Justice League or more than talking just Batman or Superman or the main six. Not even the six. Most probably just Wonder Woman, Flash. Not even now Flash anymore. If it is just Superman's and all in all, kind of little bit inclined towards Melissa being the next Supergirl. But yeah, that is it for the quick reaction review of the new announcement of the DCU. A little bit of thoughts in the comments. Please, 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 subscribe and subscribe.